All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is once again a video concerning the incident that happened at the Goldsboro YMCA. I do again have the mother of the victim that was assaulted on the line, and she's willing to give her account. But also, again, I want to publicly apologize to her for suggesting that, her and her family took a payoff to be quiet. After speaking with her, I realized that, it was not her that took a payoff, but it was the Goldsboro Police Department and the Y that has failed to pursue the matter in a professional and a matter that indicates the urgency of prosecution for what has happened to her son. So again, ma'am, I do apologize, and I made a couple of videos, and those videos have been removed. So I'm going to let Miss the lady, and we won't reveal her identity. We're going to let her tell you about the incident that happened at the Y on June the 26th, so you guys can hear from our own words. You can go ahead.
Yes, June 26th, we went to YMCA, and me going to Zumba class upstairs, and I bring my son. Most of the time, my son go to a swimming pool and use the swimming pool area. I drop him first there, and me go to my room and in a Zumba room, and when he's done or I'm done, we meet somewhere in Y or go to swimming pool. But this time, my son decided to use a sauna room that day, and we proceed to a counter in a front desk to sign up that we're gonna use the facility, and we are not a member, so we just do a day-by-day payment if we use that day, and sign in that we're there. And we walk on the hallway where he gonna be and me gonna be in upstairs. But since I don't know much about why, and I don't know where's the facility of my son's going, we go back to the counter and ask the lady in the counter where is the sauna? Can you help us so my son can use a sauna? And she come out to the counter and walk with us where is in a hallway before in the hallway, and pointed out where the sauna room is. Opened the door and pointed out to my son where to go. And I said, okay. See you later, you know where I'm at, and I go ahead and go to my room. But then the Zumba class not done. My son was going upstairs and see me, and I see him. He's done early, and I go out in a room in a door, and I said, can you please wait for me outside because we're not done yet, And he waited, and he come back again and wave at me, and I come out again in a door, and I said, what's wrong? And he said that what happened, that there's a man in a sauna and a shower room and things like that happened downstairs, and he pointed out that man put his thing and pointed out his private part, and I was so shocked that it happens to my son. I not expected that day that gonna happen to my son. So I run, I hold my son's hands, and we go downstairs right away, and I told that to the counter what happened, and I told them that someone molested, assault my son, it's not molested. It's not just touching. It is an assault. And I told them what happened, and they just like kind of shocked us as well. They don't know how to do to the thing to this kind of situation.
Uh-huh.
I
So,
just go. Can you help me to find this man? And I shout that no. Can you close all the door and no one can coming out, going out in this building. I need to find that man. And they didn't do that. The people just come and go, and it's just I will call somebody and let your son come with him, and I go back there and find that man in a men's room. And I was just on panic mode. Yes, there's a man that working there that go inside the men's room, which is the sauna room, while me going back and forth and finding, you know, answer to what I'm looking. I don't know where to go, and I said there's another man that works there. And he said, we call mom a CEO. And I said, did you guys call the police? And they didn't call the police. I said, okay, I'm going to call the police myself. So when I called the police, I waited the police outside YMCA.
okay.
And I was just go back and forth. And I go in the hallway asking my son if they find that man, and my son said, "No, ma'am, there's no man in there. Your son didn't find the man that do these things to your son." And my son just kind of like, "Mom, there's a guy there. He said the man that did this to me is a teacher. He teaches Spanish." So there is a witness in that incident that was in a bathtub in a man's room. And I said, I want to talk and speak to that man inside that room. Can you please help me to put that man out so I can speak to him? And the wife said, no, he don't know nothing. He don't know. He's not gonna speak. They said like that. It's like, it's not a help. It's not a help to the situation that we're trying to find out, you know. That's the thing that I kind of like disappoint that time. And I waited to the police outside the building. They didn't call the police. I called the police myself.
So where was your son at when you called the police and was waiting in outside the building? Was he still with them from the Y?
Yes. As me walking back and forth to the counter, to the hallway, I am in the phone as well to tell to the police what happened, and this is what happened in YMCA, my location, and I waited, and after that I waited outside, and you know, and my son is inside, and I think we waited outside after that, all my son and me outside YMCA until the police arrived. There is a lady that approached me and my son and the police. There's a lady that say, we can talk about this inside, you know, in the room in YMCA.
Okay.
And that's the investigation start. They asked my son, police asked my son, and trying to look on cameras and videos that they have. While, you know, investigation, what the guy looks like and things like that to my son too. And then the police go out and talk to YMCA people. But
And what did the
yeah,
police say to
that
you before they left? Like, what did the police say to you? Like, what did they say that they were going to do?
they said that that they're gonna bring us to Wayne Memorial to have a rape kit,
And
and that's what we do and do after we go to Wayne Memorial. And we get out Wayne Memorial after all this rape kit and investigation. We meet there and we talk to one of the detective as well. And we get out by almost morning, 12 in the morning. Yeah,
okay, so you
yeah.
went to the hospital first, and then you went to the police station.
No, no, the police is there.
Okay,
Police with accompanied me and my son to go to Wayne Memorial.
okay, and so
And then the detective as well come to the room to speak some more.
okay, and so then after that night, when was the last, or when was the next time that you hear from the investigator or the police?
I didn't hear from them. And then after 2 days, I called the detective and asked, what's the procedure, what's the next thing to do, and we are invited to go and meet there in police station, which is in a Center Street downtown. That's where we went and meet another detective. Actually, we went there twice, and we sent to Greenville for Teddy Bear's advocate something, and then I told them the situation that we having me and my son going to Philippines.
Mm-hmm. So you went on
On
vacation.
vacation. We went to vacation for a month,
Okay.
and we're gonna proceed this when we come back. And
When
we come back after 2 days, I called them back and I asked about what's happening now, and they see the video, they review it, and they said they have a strong evidence who the person did this to my son, and I am glad to hear that. And but since then, I don't get any calls and any reports about it until December. Now that it's out, the story is out in and
Okay.
yeah.
So, when you went to the police station those few times, did they say that they were making progress? Did the police say that, those two times that you went?
Well, that's only just for the video to get and to review some videos, and actually my son has a deleted photos of this man do
Okay.
trying to take picture of this man, but that man say to him to delete it and don't take a picture of him. So that's why we're trying to retrieve. That's why we go back to police station and say, can you review this phone? I know there is, maybe you can see the deleted pictures.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and I don't know, don't get any result or anything about what happened. And and what the review in the cameras that they've seen in YMCA, all I know that they said they have a strong person that you know that did this to my son.
Did they ever give you the evidence of the rape kit? Did,
No, no evidence, no result. The clothes of my son is still there, and we didn't get any. There is no report at all. We don't know. So that's what I'm trying to find out what is going on, and hopefully, get the justice for my son. That man is still out there and walking here in Wayne County freely after he done this to my son, and that is wrong and very wrong. My mind is everywhere to think everywhere, and have a mixed emotion of everything. I tried to be tough, hurt for what happened, but yeah, justice is just, that's what that man need to face.
and
what he done is so wrong.
yeah, and we talked about this before. Like, why do you think that they kind of have not pursued this as important as it should be? Do you know why?
I really don't know why, but it's kind of like a silence to the situation, and I feel like it's cover up for honest to my heart, saying that it was like a cover up to YMCA for what happened. I really do understand, but they have a responsibility to at least call me and ask me how am I doing, and apologize that this happening to me and to my family, because it happens to their facility. I know that this incident it can happen anywhere, but my opinion to this is, my son is a 14 years old, and all the people that works in a counter know what age need to be, what age can be go in that room. I didn't know that my son cannot be in sauna room, in that room. It should be stopped right away, right then, but it didn't, because they walked my son were and pointed out where to go. For no, it was signed in that I'm a mother and that's my son, which is 14 years old. It's in their system, and they should have at least knowledge to stop. This is not for 14 years old, and should be. You cannot go this way. You need to be accompanied by your parents, and rules is rules. And I just go there, and I didn't know that, but they should know that because they work there. So it should be prevented, but it didn't happen that way. And this situation that me and my son's going on right now is in silence since June, and now it's December. So that is all my question. And if they canceled the membership of this person that did this to my son, it should be an arrested person right now. But no, this person is out there freely. So that is the hurt that I'm having right now.
And I understand your hurt. as well. And how has your son been? Knowing the matter, has he forgotten about it, or he doesn't talk about it any longer, or
He had some situation that a question like, "Mom, I should trust older people and respect other people. But look, Mom, I trusted older people. Look what they've done to me." There's have a question mark now. When he gonna trust and when he gonna be safe, even to an older people, because this man is older. He followed this man because that man tell him to go this room
okay,
and done something wrong to him.
yes,
He's very obedient son to me, so he respect older people. And right now it's a question mark that I can see that change him, that I can see, the effect of the trauma that he had.
yes.
Yeah.
So, and you said that the Y never even like contacted you, let you check on you, see how you were doing, apologize or anything like that after that day, or did they?
No, they didn't even contact me, no email, no phone calls, no letters. For all I know, they know my information in their system and they can in touch with me at least to show care, that they care about what happened, and what happened in their facility is a crime and we are the victim. you know I don't see that. It's just a totally silent, just, oh, maybe we not do talk about it. It will be not, no, not gonna be, it's just gonna be erased. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be passed by. I feel that way. And I am saying I don't I don't see any care from Y, and I'm disappointed. Very disappointed.
Well, we certainly stand with you, and I thank you for agreeing to share your story with not even not just myself, but the guy from the Goldsboro Daily News who did a few articles about you, and so people are starting to know about the incident, and people have a lot of questions, even about the teacher or even the man that saw it. Why hasn't he been made to kind of come out and tell who it
Mm-hmm.
is. So I thank you once again, and thank you for sharing your story. And before we end the interview and the call, is there anything else that you want the audience to know about the incident and how you feel about it?
Yes, and I want people know that this incident is very real. It happens, and it shouldn't be um, put into justice, and let the truth come out, and don't be silent on the truth. It should be loud, as truth as it is. Crime is a crime and wrong is wrong. And that man needs to be where he needs to be, and he needs to face it. And it's a traumatized for life. And all the cares and help for this, I really do appreciate. I really do. And
Thank
thank you.
Thank you so much. And once again, I do apologize for the initial video, which suggested that you guys did something wrong. But I will talk to you. And if you have any questions about anything, you have my number. And, Like I told you this morning, another member from WRAL reached out to me too. So I don't know if he'll be reaching out to you. I didn't give him your information, but
Yeah,
so
I kind of like um ready to come out, but not the identity to be still unknown.
yes,
But I am ready to come out
okay,
for this and speak the truth,
all
and I'm
right,
ready for it.
okay. Well, we'll talk about that later when I call you. But I thank you, and just call me if you need me. Okay.
All right,
All right. Thank you.
thank you. Bye bye.
And so, you've just heard the testimony of the mother of the young man who was assaulted at the Goldsboro YMCA on June the 26th. And it was not until December the 8th at my initial video in which the YMCA did send out a statement. And that statement was addressing the incident, which before that, it was not known to the public. And since then, Mr. Andrew Stevens from the Goldsboro Daily News also reached out and spoke with me, as well as he's spoken with the mother. There have been two articles written by the Goldsboro Daily News as of today and yesterday. And also, as I told the victim's mother, you heard that this morning a reporter from the WRAL 5 News also reached out to me for the information I had regarding the case. And it seems to be, getting some traction, some notice, and hopefully with these actions that the district attorney's office will move forward. Because as this article states in the Goldsboro Daily News, public information officer Latoya Henry stated that the file was turned over to the district attorney's office in August for consideration of an indictment. We are still awaiting a response from the district attorney's office. So you're talking about that the file with all of the evidence has been turned over to the district attorney's office 4 months ago, and they are still waiting a response. What more of a response do you need? And a lady also pointed out some very disturbing points of view, according to, even with this article. It's an excellent article. However, the lady mentioned that, the identity of the man, and the witness was pointed out. It says that the man was a Hispanic Spanish teacher. If I'm not mistaken, he was a Spanish teacher. And so that means that this man who assaulted this juvenile maybe in the position where he is able to do this to other children. It doesn't say where he was a Spanish teacher at a high school or a college, but just the fact that he's a Spanish teacher may include the fact that he is able to have access to other young individuals that may make them susceptible to this type of behavior. And also, Dr. Charles Wright reached out to me as well. And I spoke with Mr. Stevens about this. He said from January of this year until now, there have been 9 articles written that contain information considering the molestation or indecent liberties, or sexual assault from an adult to a minor. There have been 9 articles, and he sent me that information. I may go over those in other videos, but he said this one took 100 and some odd days to report, And of course, once again, without my initial video, there would have been no report. And so I asked Mr. Stevens about the policy of why that, they received information regarding other assaults previously, but, the Goldsboro Relations Department, the Goldsboro Police Relations Department didn't relay information concerning this assault. And, the answer he gave me was because an arrest hadn't been made. And I went on to say, well, that doesn't fit. That doesn't make any sense to me, because when a grocery store is robbed, or, when when someone is killed and no one has a suspect, or no one has any information containing who did it, they don't withhold that information from the public. They release the fact that a store was robbed, and if anyone has any information on what happened, let us know. Or there was someone shot, no one knows. If there's any information, let us know. Or someone was hit. There was a hit and run where a man was hit on the bicycle and he lived, but we don't have any information on who did it. If you have any information, let us know. So that narrative of, we didn't release the information because no one was arrested doesn't fit. Because any other instance, whether someone's arrested or not, the public is already, or, the public is always made aware that a crime has been committed. And as far as, the YMCA's stance of protecting the victim in this case, which is what we are doing and what should be done, after I've spoken with a lot of people, you can protect the identity and the integrity of the witness and still alert the public that something like this has happened, as he did in the email on December the 8th. So once again, that doesn't fit the narrative. They alerted the public because of my video that something has happened, but they still didn't compromise the integrity of the victim or the privacy of the victim. So that once again leads, as the mother said, to a cover-up. You can't say, okay, we're trying to protect the victim. That's why we didn't release a statement, but then release a statement that still protects the victim, if I'm making any sense at all. And I must say this as well, and this is going to be the last point of this video, that I do once again have to give grace to Dr. Mark Pritchard. And the reason being, I was kind of harsh on him when I met with him in person, but the reason being is because since I've talked to the mother and, I've talked to other people, that he was not the CEO at the time of this event. And that is another point of interest when we're putting these pieces of the puzzle together. Why is that? Because this happened, and now they have a new CEO. That means the former CEO had to resign. Now, I'm not privy to any information about when, and if I'm not mistaken, it was a woman, and when she resigned, and what manner she resigned, or what reason that she gave for resigning. But considering what we have here, this incident may have had something to do with her resigning, because eventually she knew that it had to come out, with the arrest, with the charge, and that may be why the DA was so hesitant in bringing charges upon this man, because, to protect the integrity of the YMCA and the city in general. Because it looks, it looks bad, but it looks even worse when someone like myself has to dig this up and bring the attention to the public. Now, it seems like everyone is in scramble mode, or public relations mode. And so I do have to give grace once again to Mr. Pritchard, because he has been dealt the raw hand. He has came into this position with a situation that is clear to me that the YMCA and the Goldsboro Police Department hoped and thought and prayed that it wouldn't be revealed. But as Scripture said, everything that is done in the dark will come to light. And I think that's what it is. But I feel for my brother, and I say my brother in terms of him being of African American descent and being in that position where he has to inherit a problem that he was not the cause of. And so that is one thing I definitely do want to apologize for him about, because he was not there, but he is in a position to have to to handle the backlash and the outrage because of what the previous administration has done. And actually, he stated, I think, in the previous letter that, don't misquote me, but they have not made any policy changes regarding safety measures and the protection of situations that could occur in this manner. So, my heart once again goes out to this mother and her son and everyone involved. And it's just a sad day that we live in, where we can't take children, or children can't be left alone in an environment that is supposed to be safe and protected, because we have some sick individuals who would prey on the youth. So my heart and prayers once again go to this woman, and my number is once again 919-587-7782. I thank Mr. Stevens in the Goldsboro Daily News, as well as the WRAL News, for reaching out and trying to help this mother get justice. And just as a point of reference, this is the direct quote from the guy. He said, "Good morning, Richard. Sorry for the early text, but I wanted to make sure you saw this first thing." This is at 6:50 a.m. Said, "I'm a reporter with WRAL. We are working on some reporting on the assault that happened at the Goldsboro YMCA. We've had trouble getting in touch with the police on this, of course. Might you be able to send us some information you've obtained, like the police report? We would like to help bring this family justice." And that's what this is about. Some lady suggested that, I'm doing this to get likes and everything. I've been doing this for 12 years, fighting injustice and activism. So this is just a new way that I'm doing it. I don't make any money off these videos, not enough to support myself. So that is not why I'm doing it. I definitely like sharing information. I like definitely like talking and helping people, work their problems out. And once again, these stories are given to me to be placed on this platform. So there's no ulterior motive or, something like that, as people try to suggest, in which, sometimes I do engage with those people. But, once again, as Jay-Z said, and I know he's not the first one to say it, but, a wise man told me, don't argue with fools, because people from a distance won't know who is who. So hopefully, in the future, I'll be able to keep that mantra close when people try to question my integrity and my motives and, my heart for doing what I do. So that being said, once again, we'll continue to give you some information on this story. If you once again want to reach out to me, 919-587-7782. Yes, you can share the video, and I would like for you to subscribe to help build the audience to get these stories out. Well, peace and blessings to everyone.